In today's Anime World Tower Defense video, I will be literally doing the ultimate beginner's guide. We're literally early game, mid game, end game. When you first start the game, you might not know what you're doing in the game, so this video is for you. Even if you're towards the mid game or end game, don't know what units to be getting, or you don't understand certain concepts or things in the game. So I'm going to be explaining that in this video. So look no further and watch this video. And watch today, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Trying to hit 20,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe to the channel. Watch today, like the video since hopefully you found it helpful. If you've got any other advice that you want other people to know, let us know in the comments. If you have got some questions, let me know in the comments. I'll try to reply, or other people will reply to your comments. So yeah, go join my Discord server down below. If you also want more help or grind with others, let's get straight into the video. So before the video starts, I want to keep in mind, I watch the whole video because there'll be parts that I miss out and then I mention it later on. I go like early, mid game, explanation, end game, and then another explanation. So you might miss something that is important because I put it at the end of the video, even on purpose just because I forgot, since I'm not really good at scripting. Okay, so let's get straight into this. Now I'm going to be going over early game, what I recommend type of units you should get, mid game, and end game, and things you probably should be doing when you start the game. Now, top 2 tips straight away when you join the game. You want to redeem all the codes. I put all the working codes on the screen right now. Some of them will be level locked, I think, but they won't be high level locked, and it is very, very easy to gain levels if you just play the game. Like, it's very easy. Like, as you can see, I'm level 240. Like, it's easy to gain levels in this game, guys. Keep in mind, I was new to this game, so I know what you're talking about. I've like recently started the game, but now I play the game quite a lot, and I know quite a lot now, I guess you could say. So you want to redeem all the codes straight away. That's the first thing you want to do. Then you want to click warp. Now, if you're watching this at the time, like when I'm uploading this video, there should be a banner named Legends Festival. Okay, so you want to spend all the puzzles you get into this one banner. Now I'll explain why. Every single unit on this banner pretty much is good, decent, and then some are insanely broken. Now, what a lot of people don't know about this game is pretend like, okay, I get Gojo. Okay, now I can avoid my Gojo, get one of the best units in the game. No, you need a duplicate of that unit. So you just want to keep summoning. Your pity won't reset ever, which is very, very nice, until you actually, you know, hit the end of the pity. You just want to keep summoning. Some of these UR units are nice. Some of these common units are nice. So just keep summoning. Just keep summoning on this banner when you first start the game. I'll tell you summon different banners potentially later on. I don't think so, but just summon on this banner for now, and you'll get a bunch of units. So once you summon on that banner, you probably have some units. You don't know what to do. You start a game, you finish summoning, and you know what you're doing. You want to go to laboratory. Now, this is where you're going to get your first couple of units. In my opinion, I highly recommend you do. And make sure you are in the Discord. If you're watching this without Discord, you're going to struggle a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you, because it's not like AA. You don't have the matchmaking thing. So when you first start the game, you definitely want to play with other people. So what you want to do, you want to go to Miracle Creation. You want to go here, and then you want to find, and then you want to craft some of these units. Now, the units I'm going to tell you to craft is, first, you want to do Oshi. Then, if you want a damage dealer, which you're going to have to craft either way, but the order's up to you, is Yuta. But Yuta is probably the hardest out of the 3 I'm going to tell you to craft. First, you got to do Oshi. He's a good buff, second best buff in the game, whilst being one of the second best farm in the game. So, she's like a 2-in-1 combo, and just insanely good for beginners. And you would still use her throughout the game, even when you get the best farm and the best buff in the game. You still will use her either way. So you want to get Oshi first things first. You got to do, and if you don't know how to get the materials for things, just click on the little question mark from Idol Concert. So I'm going to break down Idol first before we carry on. So you're going to click on the question mark. It's going to say Idol Concert. First unit should be getting this Idol, in my opinion. Then you're just going to go to Teleport Room. Gonna go here, and I'm pretty sure it's a raid. Okay, I think it's a legend stage. Is it not? Yeah, it's a legend stage. Idol Concert. Now, you probably cannot solo this, or you might be able to solo on no mode, but in this game, realistically, you want to be doing insane to have the fastest possible progression in the game. And the way to do it quite fast is pretty simple. You need to just play with other people, especially when you first start out in a game. So you need to be in Discord. So I highly recommend you joining this game's official Discord, which is linked to their Roblox page, and also join my Discord, because why not? Just join my Discord too. You might get some help from there. But yeah, you won't be able to do the Idol raid without crit units too, if you're gonna do it. So some crit units are Nanami, which you might get on Evo. But the thing is, you're not gonna have any Evo crit units at this time. So yeah, no, that's gonna be a problem. But you can still use units like King of Knights and who else did I say? Ratio Sorcerer, but I have him evolved, so it looks like this. But yeah, you can use them too and try solo, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out too well. But if you can, go ahead. There'll probably be guys on YouTube how to solo with certain units, so go ahead and find those. And then once you get all the Evo materials, wait, let me go back to for Oshi. If you want the red orbs, you just do the red orb stage. It's in event stages. You'll find them. You just find them. Just click on the question mark. It'll tell you. It'll just tell you what you need. You'll craft Oshi. And once you get Oshi, it's up to you. Do you want a damage dealer or do you want a support? Either way, you're gonna have to get both of these because they both complement each other and they're both very, very good units that you would still use later on in the game. They do complement each other quite well, but it's up to you what order you get Dark Flame Lover in and Yuta in, but you're gonna need to get both. And once again, you just click on the question marks, use YouTube as your guide. Like, yeah, I mean, you can solo some of these, like the Cursed Orb, the Spear, you can solo with just Ghetto, which you can get from the banner, and you don't have to evolve him or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Once you get Yuta and Dark Flame Lover, I would say you're out of the early game. Maybe you're about to go into mid game. So you've crafted these 3 units. You've got Oshi, you've got Yuta, and you've got Dark Flame Lover. So you've got a decent amount of units that all complement each other quite well. You have a farm and a buff. You have a good DPS that can be used in literally everything in the game, and you have a support which stuns and buffs your unit and can be used in everything in the game pretty much. So yeah, that's very, very nice, and it wasn't insanely hard to craft. So probably wondering then, what do I do now? I'm in mid game and I have no idea what I should be doing now. Now, this is where you start evolving the units you want to evolve. This could be anything pretty much. It could be your Gojo, you want to evolve your Gojo, you want to evolve your Gilgamesh, you want to evolve your Shanks. Now what I recommend when you get to mid game, you want to be evolving good units. So like you want to start to evolve the good units. Like I recommend Gilgamesh or Gojo because either broken DPS or broken support. So because Gojo literally does 3 different debuffs and a time stop. So you want to keep that in mind. When you go into mid game, what I think a lot of people make the mistake of is, let me go here and then let me go to the teleport room real quick so I can show you. I forgot what I was gonna say now, but they do make the mistake. They try to do they try to get like visionary or something. You don't want to be going for visionary the moment you get into mid game. You already have Yuta pretty much as well from the squad, so you don't need to get visionary like straight away. Like you need to just chill out a little bit. You need to just evolve the other units that are broken, but you get from the summon, like the Alars. You can even evolve the commons and things like that. Like if we go back to laboratory, you can evolve some of the common units that I highly recommend you still do. So evolve your Gilgamesh, evolve your Gojo. If you don't have them, and then whilst you're trying to get them, I can't really show you, can I? Because I've already evolved the units, but I'll show you the units I recommend you evolve. Okay, if I search up Visionary, not Visionary, I only recommend you evolve your Shinji because you're going to use him for a lot of things in this game. He's a very, very good unit, so I highly recommend you evolve your Shinji. He won't be called Reverse Captain, he'll be called something else, but like Visionary Captain or something like that. So evolve him double, and then evolve your Itadori double, common and you'll have them. I can't show you like what you need to evolve them because I've already evolved both. But yeah, you evolve both of them. I highly recommend you evolve your Gojo. I highly recommend you evolve your, what's I gonna call it again, man? Gilgamesh. What's Gilgamesh called in this game? I already forgot. I've already evolved him, so where is he? King of Heroes. And then if you evolved all of those, then yeah, I think that's pretty much it for, would I say that's it for mid game? Why am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some units. Make sure you have your Ratio Sorcerer evolved. You should definitely get that evolved. And then I think that might be no. I almost forgot. Your Dennis. You need to have Dennis, and you need to. Where's Dennis? Yeah, you need to double evolve your Dennis. Okay. So what you want to do? You want to evolve your Dennis, not double evolve, but you want to evolve your Dennis. Now, as you can see, you can switch him to form 2. Now you're barely going to use this form, but because you've upgraded him, you can now, because you've evolved him, you can now upgrade him. You can now max limit break him. Okay, so you can get him to max level, max limit break. And you can go back to the first form, and then you'll have all the stars. You can upgrade, and you'll still have the upgrade, and then he'll just give you more money because you've upgraded him more, even though you're not able to in this first form. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then I think that's pretty much it for mid game. There's not too many units you need to get at that point. But now before I go into end game, I just want to quickly explain some of the mechanics in the game, because I'm just telling you what units to do, but I want to explain some stuff in the game just for any new players. So instead of me carrying rambling on, let me just explain a couple things. So let's first go to all the systems in the game. So not laboratory. Laboratory, I think it's quite simple. You have the miracle creation. Use items that you collect from various stages in the game, and then you could craft the units. If you don't want to craft the units, you can evolve the units. And if you like missing, like let's say, okay, so let's say I go to Kingdom Knights. I'm missing one spear, right? But I have like a bunch of a different item. If you go here, you can actually craft that spear using other items. You craft the spear, then boom, I have enough spears. So that's another thing. That's another thing in the game. The summon is quite self-explanatory, but what I didn't show you guys, you can also get skins for units which affect the cosmetic of the units. For example, let's see, which unit do I have a skin on that the cosmetic changes? This one's not evolved. That's a problem. I don't think I have any evolved ones. Yeah, no, actually no, Shinji. I can use Shinji and show you. Okay, so this is Shinji with a skin. And he, so it looks like that. Then if you take off the skin, like, okay, I'll put it like this, and then I'll put on the cosmetic, he'll look like this. So he'll look different, I guess. So if you like the cool cosmetics, you like the skins, then there you go. Now we have Soul Banner, which only certain units pop up in, and it resets every, I don't know how long actually, but you can spend your souls, which you get from duplicate units. So pretend I summon a UR, then I get another UR dupe. You get a little bit of souls, and then you can spend on the soul banner for certain units that pop up in the banner. It's like a specific banner, like AA also type thing. But then if you go to adventure, I'm gonna explain everything in adventure. Teleport, you go here. Okay, so story mode is simple. Story mode, a lot of people wonder, oh yeah, I need to do story to unlock the raids, which I haven't talked about enough. So if you go to story mode, you go to all the stories, things like that. You probably might struggle at some point in the stories, but you want to always click skip. At some point you might struggle, but if you get the units I told you to get, it should be fine. But I don't know, do you unlock everything? I don't know if you can actually get the units without being story. So what I highly recommend you do is, if possible, get someone who's actually better than you at the game to do their skip story. So pretend I got a level 1 noob behind me, yeah? I click skip on the last story, I click create. This noob can actually join my skip, and then they'll unlock every story in the game if I just clear it. So if that's possible, then that's possible. If not, try use Discord to get carries in story or help. If not, then you're gonna have to thug it out, I guess. You're gonna have to try beat it. But I just recommend you get help. Like, not like that, not like that. But like the best way to progress as quick as possible in this game is to just get help from other people at the start, because you won't be able to solo things, especially when you first start the game. If you get 3 units, I told you can start solo stuff quite a lot, but I don't know if you unlock the raids and stuff without doing some of the story. So yeah, I recommend just getting help from other people. If not, you're gonna have to thug it out. Some good units that you don't have to evolve from the banner, I would say, that could possibly help you beat the story. Not, this is the wrong banner. Is definitely Blood Queen's pretty good on Evo. Ghetto's very good on Evo. Peem's just a base healer. Law, I don't think Law can be used in the story. Flamager is just a range buff, so it's up to you. But like, you can just use these on Evo units, or you can just craft some of the units that will help you beat the story. Because you only do the story just to unlock certain raids and things like that. So yeah, that's it for the story. Is there anything else I haven't explained? Okay, let me go here. We got all the raids in the game. Raids is just for the item drops and a couple units drops. Like Makima, you can craft, but you can also just get her from a drop, which is more recommended, and she's a very, very good unit that I need to get myself. These are Dookie, so don't worry about these units. But yeah, and then you got the event stages. So like boss rush, for example, which you'll need to do for certain items, like the grand token. You get quite quick. It's like an infinite mode. Because what's different about this game and other games, if you've not played, is that there's multiple different stages that are like infinite, if that makes sense. So the units that you find broken in infinite mode, sure, it's only broken in infinite stages, but there's quite a lot of them in this game that you need to do to evolve units, which is quite interesting. It's not like AA or All-Star, where okay, only one infinite stage, that's it. You just do that one infinite mode, you call it a day, and then your units are pretty much useless for any other like a regular stage is only good for infinite, and it's barely in the infinite stages. In this game, there's a bunch of infinite stages, so yeah, that's what boss rush is infinite. Metal rush, you gotta use crit units and you get a bunch of gold. So keep in mind, if you want to get gold, which you will need gold in this game to like evolve units, things like that, you want to do metal rush, but you got to use critical hitting units like Nanami, Saber, things like that. Yuta, which I recommended with the charm, then yeah, Then here's all the elements. You'll need to do these if you want to evolve units. And then if we go to endless mode, so you don't need to do endless mode. That's just more leadable players. You should just do, people that want to get leadable do endless mode. It's not, you don't need to do endless mode for anything. Then you got crossover. See, this is like the thing where people will AFK and things like that, because you get a bunch of drops that you need to evolve any unit in the game, and you also get a little bit of gold, and yeah, you get the things to craft units. So yeah. Rune Society is how you get one of the best overall units in the game, so you will want to do Rune Society to evolve one of your units, and also get Visionary at some point. Chaos Return is what people struggle with in this game, but it's not too hard if you just watch a YouTube guide and you need to evolve some of your units, and the rest is the same thing. You'll just do it so you can get Sid. This is for idle, and then yeah, I'm gonna be here all day if I explain what every single raid is for every single unit, but you get the point. So that's pretty much it. Everything they need to know about the game, and everything you probably need to know until mid game. Now when you're in end game, what should I be doing? What should I be getting when I'm in end game? So I'm currently, I would say I'm close to end game, or I'm at end game. It depends how people think about it. I've only got a couple units I need to evolve or get left. Most just evolve, but maybe a little bit of crafting, but that's pretty much it. I got most of the units except from Dolphy. So end game, what you want to do, make sure you're doing your battle pass, and make sure you're doing your quests, so which I've not been doing. You want to do your daily quests, weekly quests, and make sure you're getting the token exchange so you can get the battle pass units. Some of them are decent, like for example Paul Stallion is quite a good battle pass unit, so definitely want to be doing that. And the main thing you want to be doing when you get to end game is, you already know I'm going to say, Abyss. Now I have not been doing Abyss. Well, I'm on 54 and you're saying you're not doing Abyss. I did Abyss on the day the update dropped, thinking that you needed my guy over here to actually evolve each go. I mean craft each go, which you didn't anymore. So yeah, no, that's a bummer, I guess. So that's why I haven't been doing it. I will beat the rest of Abyss at some point, so I'll probably stream it. So yeah, keep that in mind. But when in game, you want to be trying to get the teams to beat Abyss, which you should already be doing from the units I've told you pretty much. I pretty much showed units that you need to be Abyss. You want to be doing that when you're at end game, and you just want to be evolving all the other units that I haven't mentioned that are still good in the game, and you just want to be beating Abyss. So like you want to be evolving units, like for example, okay, well I'm going to show you units that I've already evolved probably. So you definitely get Megami Evo. You didn't need him, but now you can get him, and let me actually max him out. I think I can afford it. 50, yep, okay. You want to be evolving your Megami, you want to be getting Visionary, you want to be doing quite a lot of things that you haven't done yet. You want to be getting Sid. You don't need to get Ichigo, but I'd recommend getting Ichigo when you're at end game, because you're at the end game. You want to get all the rest of the units. You can get Kujaku. You could get Kujaku at mid game, but I can't bother to explain how to get him. You could just search on YouTube. It's quite self-explanatory, so it shouldn't be too hard to understand. And then this bunch of SRs you can start building different teams if you'd like to, but Spiritual Sensitivity is the best game. And then you can get Power Reaper. You can get Uta. You can get from her raid. And then yeah, you could get Shadow Monarch. You just get the end game units. End game, you get units that are broken, but like they're not must have, or they're not like insta needed, if that makes sense. Like you're not going to be able to progress in the game without them type units. So like Sid, your SJW and things like that. And you just want to be doing Abyss. So yeah. Okay, so something I forgot to mention, or that I mentioned quite lightly, was certain things that you need to keep in mind, especially when you're at end game. So first thing is elemental stages. So when you're doing Abyss, you want to keep in mind for elemental rush. Now, what is elemental? I want to explain the systems and things you might want to know for end game, or some of it you might want to know for early mid game. So elemental you will need for certain things that are elemental. Now, the things that are elemental are things like bleeding. So if a unit does bleeding, for example, Koji does bleeding, as you can see, and does flame. So flame 2, bleeding, poison. If the ice melts, so pretend if not frost break, pretend you freeze, then the freeze breaks. That's also elemental damage. And bleeding, elemental damage. Then yeah, that's elemental damage. And you will need to do elemental damage, as some enemies only take elemental damage. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. And another thing is that Doflamingo and where's the other one, man? Where's the other one? It's Doflamingo and I can't find him, but Dio do damage to your base. So the unit that actually heals your base and is the easiest to obtain is Peem. So you want to use Peem to heal your base, because these would do directly damage to your base. Doflamingo and Mudaboy Dio. So they directly do damage, so you want to use Peem. There's other units, alternatives, but Peem is the easiest to get. You'd have to evolve, nothing too special. And Peem also removes stun from your units, so you pretty much just want to use Peem. Just the easiest solution to that problem. And then the last thing that I need to mention is, if I can find it, it is Metal Rush. Now, Metal Rush is actually a game mode which I mentioned earlier, and it's also in Abyss. What is Metal Rush? You have to use units that do crit. For example, Ratio Sorcerer does crit. If I can find him, he does crit when you place him down. Does he say the crit here? No, he doesn't, but he does crit. Critical damage. If they don't do critical damage, they do not do damage to the Metal Rush. You can still do debuffs and things like that, but they won't do damage. Like Yuta, for example, when you max him out, he does critical damage, things like that. So those are the 3 type of things you want to keep in mind when it's not regular. It's with those 3 things, and certain stages can only take damage from those things in certain raids, things like that. Like, let me give you an example. I think it's Katana's Revenge. You have to do elemental damage, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 1000% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Like, for example, I don't know if it's Katana's Revenge or it's something else, but one of them you have to bring elementals. So certain enemies, there might be elementals or there might be metal. So you want to use metal, critical units, elemental units. So just keep that in mind, because you might get a little bit confused when you encounter those enemies. I think that's pretty much it for the guide. It might be a little bit unclear. I didn't really like script out, if that makes sense. I kind of freestyled a little bit, I'm going to be honest, because I'm not good when it comes to like scripting videos out. I don't usually script videos, anything like that, because not really good at that kind of thing. It's not my bag, I guess. I like to just say what's on my mind, things like that. So if you guys do have any questions in the comment section, I'll try to respond to them. Especially when the video first drops, then I'll probably respond to them. But later on, since the video's been out for like a week or something, I might not respond, but other people will respond, hopefully, if the video does good. So if you want people to respond to you, if you've got any questions, or you just want to help me out, please do like the video. Comment down below any questions if you do have any, or how you've been feeling about the game. Go join my Discord server down below, and please do subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers. So yeah, have this video do good so other people get help in this game. I think the game might more players, it's underrated. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.